my name's Billy Watson. It's a pleasure to be here. I don't normally get let on a microphone these days because I've been barred from everywhere. I get barred for speaking the truth, or trying to speak the truth. I've been trying to do comedy for quite a number of years, and I've done a gig for something called Speakeasy, free speech gig, and I've done this joke. It went down quite well there. So then I tried to do it in my local town in Falkirk, and in this joke it was about Humza. You remember Humza? The guy who was like, oh, the chief of police, he's white, chief of education, he's white, all that stuff. So I've done this joke about Humza, and they used the N-word in this joke. And this, after this Aberdonian comedian was like, what the hell are you doing? You can't do that, you can't say the N-word. I had this gig booked in Aberdeen that says, if you go to Aberdeen and say that, you'll never get back. It's a bit of a nightmare. So then I went to Aberdeen and I did do the N-word joke, and they didn't like it very much, because you're not allowed to say it, and it doesn't speak easy again, and they liked the joke there. I don't know what you guys like. It's okay to use the N-word here. Can I say it? Sure. Okay, I'm going to say it. You ready? Just to get it out of the way, you know. Nicola. Because she's, very nice. In Aberdeen, they put me on with an act. The headline act was a doctor, and the guy should have known I've been speaking out over COVID and shit for quite a long time, so why they put me on with a doctor as a headliner? I had a room full of NHS staff, NHS nurses, and I'd done this joke where I said Nicola, which is, the actual real joke. I'll not tell you the now. In fact, I'll tell you the actual joke. Do you want to hear it? Well, basically I said, Humza was going to change Scotland's national anthem to that Sly and the Family Stone song, Don't Call Me Nigger Whitey. Now, it's not that funny a joke, but that was the joke. But apparently you can't quote a song title these days without getting banned and ostracised from all Scottish comedy. So my name's now Mud. Another reason I got banned was I'd done a comedy course after I lived in Turkey. I came back and there was a woman that ran it who I knew, and we had this exercise to do about just newspaper articles, and the guy I was doing it with, he done a little bit about the Holocaust. It was in the newspaper, and after the teacher was like, oh, well done, you never questioned the Holocaust, well done, that was alright. And I was like, well, why can't you question it? No, not just the Holocaust. Surely the whole point of comedy is to question things. So she didn't like that. So, you can't question, everyone will hate you if you do that. And then this other guy across the table, she started saying to me, what do you think? Do you believe the Holocaust happened? And I was like, well, I think there's more to know than the official story. Like, I never brought up Anne Frank's pen, for instance, the pen that wrote the diaries 5 years before the pen was invented. That was just one thing I could have brought up, with the chimneys that appeared after the Russians discovered Auschwitz in the first place, these kind of things. I never mentioned that, but this guy, he took umbrage. He says, right, Billy, if you don't shut up, me and you are going to go outside. And I was like, well, now who's the fucking Nazi? Aye, so that's basically, my name is Mud, so that's why I'm talking quite a bit here, because I'm not used to being let loose on a microphone. So thanks very much for tolerating my shite, aye? So anyway, rather than do a stand-up comedy section, it's not really the place to do it. I've got a bit of comedy out, so I feel better for that. I do also write some poems, and play the guitar badly and sing very badly, so I'll not inflict that on you. I'll just read the words for some of the songs. Are you up for that? Yes. So here's a song I wrote, basically it's called When You're Gonna Wake Up. It's about Scottish people during the lockdown. A nation raised on fried food, to believe the myth we are good. For the lion rampant we would soar, but when the chips were down, we did not roar. The people to the media glued, their worldview is very skewed. Things aren't like they were before. Now when the chips go down, we try to score. The Braveheart spirit, we were told, was proud and strong. The lie was sold. When tyranny knocked, we locked our door. Stayed inside, began to snore. I tried to shout, this is a war, but I was shot down, just like a wild boar. When you gonna wake up, take your head out from your arse. The world stage is nothing more than a total fucking farce. They are all playing the parts they are told to play. Now they are stating that they will have their way. The country is now well screwed until we sort out an internal feud. When you work just like a filthy whore, the shit was tits up, you'll be washed ashore. When you gonna wake up, take your head out from your arse. The world stage is nothing more than a total fucking farce. They are all playing the parts they're told to play. Now they are stating that they will have their way. Are you gonna do what's right? And that's that, young. I think I had about 3 people listening, so thanks very much to you guys. I appreciate that, aye. I'm going to do 2 more poems, and then I'll get the fuck off here. So this one, I changed the words to the Gambler. You all know the Gambler, aye? You're info about the Gambler. Here's one I wrote called The Liars. In March 2020, they told us about a virus, said it was spreading fast, and we would soon be dead. The public started shitting. The poor wee scaredy cat knickers. I preferred to do some research to see what I could find, so I opened up the YouTube. Saw a video by Richard V. Boston. He was talking to a lovely pair. Their names were Don and David. They were saying there wasn't any evidence of a virus. The government were making it up so that we could all get jammed. Now at that point in the story, they weren't mentioning the poison. D&D just kept the script where it was going to go. They had studied the history, the previous scandemics. They both knew you can't catch something that doesn't exist. You've got to ken when they're lying, ken when they're trying, ken when their lips are moving. They are talking shite. Never trust a smarmy cunt who tells lies for a living. That applies to all the scum because the system's based in fraud. Now, not every doctor knows the deceptions of virology. They still trusted indoctrination to tell them what to think. Some broke out the cult when they realised they were killers, and now they are exposing the lies to all the sheep. And now it's up to you. What are you going to do with this new information that can wake you up from sleep? When will you take your head from deep inside your rectum and hold the pricks accountable, then leave them in a heap? For the future is quite certain. If we follow their despotic plan, we will all become part robot and we can say goodbye to man. Is that the world you want to be part of creating? Are you going to make a stand or let the lies be dominated? You gotta ken when they're lying. When they're lying. Ken when they're trying. When they're trying. Ken when their lips are moving. They are talking shite. Never trust a smarmy cunt who tells lies for a living. That applies to all the scum because the system's based in fraud. That's that, Ian. I'll squeeze another song poem in and then I'll do a big fucking long poem that I wrote especially for this. So this one's called TV Prison Blues. I hear the siren, we